putting it in your hands to beat them?
Not particularly, because what they did at that five-man front, they did have five bigs, big personnel that is. But for the most part, it didn't really change our game plan. It was still blocked it the same way, and to a certain extent, I think it was a little bit of a personal challenge to go out there. But fortunately for us, we had a short field majority of the night because of a great play by our defense, and we made the most of our opportunities.
It looked like the crossing patterns were a big part of what y'all want to do, the stuff, medium stuff across the middle.
Yeah, they're a heavy man team. They do a lot of man coverage, and they do a good job of that. So we try to get some pick routes and some things like that to try to get guys free. They did a pretty good job handling it. The good thing about those guys, I will say a lot, that they tackled really well in the secondary, which, a lot of times those pick routes, you'll get a guy out the backside and he'll just shoot it up for, 20, 30-yard game, but they tackled real well. They kept the ball in front of them, and they've made us, take it the distance a long way.
How disappointed are you in the second half that you didn't really sustain anything?
I was really disappointed, because last week we preached so much, getting a fast start, and we came out on fire. We played great the first few drives, and in the first half, obviously we took control. But the second half, after last week, we played so well in the second half, and we wanted to emphasize playing a 60-minute game tonight, and we just didn't do it. And it was disappointing. I'm sure we'll go back and look at the film. We'll have opportunities that we missed on, but long story short, great game, great win against a quality opponent, and we're all real happy about it.
Greg, when you take those hits on the sideline, sometimes when you start running down the sidelines, it's almost as if you just don't want to go out of bounds. You want to take that hit. What's going through your mind when you do stuff like that?
Well, I think it's just the competitive nature in me. I just sometimes I just have such a hard time sliding. I feel like maybe I'll break a tackle. You never know. 9 times out of 10, they probably will get me down. But I don't know. It was kind of late in the game. I wanted to keep the clock running, and I probably should have gone out of bounds. But hindsight's 20/20, I guess, right?
Jim's not going to say anything. Like next time, just go out of bounds. A couple of those hits were pretty good hits.
Yeah, they got me pretty good a couple of times. But I've said it a few times. I go through the weight room workout just like everybody else. I work my butt off in conditioning and the summer workout program. So taking the hits is part of the game. And obviously, I'd probably like to take a little bit less. But I kind of brought that upon myself tonight. But we had a good result, and we'll be happy about it.
In our offense tonight, because you did a very good job of spreading it out, used a lot of different receivers.
Yeah, we did a pretty good job. We felt like a lot of guys would have an impact, in the passing game this week. We really didn't know exactly, how much we were going to need to throw the ball. We felt pretty strongly about our plan from a run perspective. But a lot of guys do a great job getting open. We got a lot of talented wide receivers and a lot of great players. So they make our job pretty easy, and it's easy to get them the ball in their hands.
I saw the expressions after the Mays quarterback or the Mays touchdown. What was going through your heads?
I told him right before we called the play, I said, don't do anything stupid. And I think he made a great job. His play we kind of had in for a few weeks now, and we're just kind of waiting for the right time to get it in. It had to be right in the middle of the field, and he made the most of his opportunity to throw it. And he's been trying to say that he could throw since he's been here, but none of us believed him until tonight. So I think we were all just really ecstatic that a play worked like that. Anytime you have a trick play work that well and to perfection like it did, it kind of gives you a little bit of momentum and definitely makes things very, very fun and enjoyable on the sideline.
Saban came up here and talked about how he may have shut things down too soon. As a quarterback, is it tougher to execute when you know that you've got a good lead and you're really just trying to saw the thing away?
Well, I think that we'd like to have executed a little bit better in the second half. We just didn't come out with the same intensity and focus that is required to play against a good team like this. So, we might have shut things down a little bit early. I think mentally, when you have that kind of lead on somebody, it's kind of just so hard to stay focused. And I think that's something that just shows a little bit of the immaturity of this team, and it's something that we're going to have to work on, and something we're going to have to try to improve on, and something we'll learn from. I'm sure because of the way we played in the second half, it's unexcusable, and we'll do better next time.
Can you talk about just the growth of your defense? There's been a lot of talk about 9 new starters, not replacing a lot of people, the immaturity of some of these guys, a lack of experience. Just talk about how they've grown up the past couple games, 7 turnovers in the last 2 games.
Well, they've done a good job. They're an opportunistic defense, and it's been like that all throughout spring. I mean, they made things difficult for us, and a lot of them have great hands in the secondary. If they get their hands on it, they usually intercept it. So, Coach Smart's done a great job with those guys, as well as Coach Saban, and I think we're real proud of the way they've come along. And I know that they'll continue to make progress as the season progresses.